Shalom unto you, part 19, I think. I already recorded this once and it got deleted, so I've now joined they're deleting my post.
Part 19, the I-5 killer Randy Woodfield Greg Allen Green Bay Packers, the Manitowoc County Chiefs, and big trucks.
Many of the true crime community have heard of the I-5 killer. He has been linked to 18 murders and is suspected of anywhere from 44 to 60 more. And the I-5 killer's name is Randy Woodfield. He was born December 26, 1950, I believe either in Washington or Oregon. He grew up in Oregon. He played football for Portland State before being drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 1974. Randy Woodfield is quite interesting because, one, if you're not familiar with how the NFL and Major League Baseball, MLB, works, they have minor leagues. Back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, they were called like the Farm League, Central Football League, kind of like that for football. And the way a lot of the Major League Baseball teams work is that so like for instance, I live in Florida, the Yankees play in Yankee Stadium in New York, but they practice in Florida in the off season, and they have a minor league team that works under them. And the reason I know a lot of this is because I worked for years at a bagel shop, Bagels Unlimited, in Gainesville, Florida, real close to the University of Florida. My boss was a great short order cook, and I have a servant's heart, so I'm not bragging, but I used bartending and serving and was able to raise my children as a single mom for many years. With that, even if I had a full-time job, I worked for an immigration attorney for a little while. I was a service advisor at a car dealership. I would always pick up shifts for extra money, It helped to do what needed to be done. So at the bagel shop, I worked there for 10 years. So I would have students come in on their campus tour their senior year, who would then start coming every weekend, some of them 2, 3, 4 times a week, and eat. And, you develop a friendship with them. It's not like they're not asking me to go to the club, but you get insight into their lives. And so I would see a lot of students come in undergrad and then go to law school or get their master's in some sort of a science or research or like med school, and then become physicians, and I would see them throughout that. I also waited on football players for the University of Florida. One of my funnest was when the Pouncey twins came back and came in and ate. If you've never met the Pouncey twins, and I'll put a pic up in person, those men are so large. One, they cannot fit in a booth, and two, they have to utilize 2 chairs because their thighs are massive. Like, their mom, kudos to you. And then like the swim team would come in and eat. Baseball players would come in and eat. And you know what they're going to eat, because people are pretty, what's that word? we're creatures of habit, right? Once you find something that you like, you kind of stick with that, and you might branch out a little bit. Plus, we had a whole wall of hot sauce, and a lot of people got a kick out of trying all the different flavors. My boss enjoyed looking for different stuff for everybody to try. So, Randy Woodfield, the I-5 killer, was drafted by Green Bay in 1974. But I found a couple of articles that stated that even though, because he ran track in high school and in college, and I think he either played basketball, I think it was basketball, but a lot of his former teammates, when interviewed, said, yeah, he was fast, but he didn't like to take a hit, and he wasn't a consistent catcher of the ball. So he was cut after one season, and he went down to the farm league. I think it was the Central States Football League, because they change titles all the time. And he played for, ding, 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 the Manitowoc County Chiefs. Yeah, the same Manitowoc County as Gregory Allen would later come and wreak havoc on. Now, he was finally let go for good, Woodfield that is, after he had racked up several arrests for peeping, essays, just the same kind of behavior as Gregory Allen, and ended up doing some time, and he left and he went back to California. Now, a couple of interesting things that I want to note is that when reading the Green Bay reports, a lot of the witnesses interviewed stated Gregory Allen was very particular about how he dressed when he went out. He had this long black coat. He wore very specific, I think they even labeled them as Docker pants, and really nice shoes. And Randy Woodfield's teammates say the same thing about him. He had very curly hair, and he would straighten it before he went out. And I'll put up some different sketches of the I-5 killer when they were looking for him, and it's apparent he grew his hair out long for some periods of time, and he was always altering his facial hair and the length of his hair to try and stay ahead. I mean, I guess when you're out stalking and assaulting and unaliving men and women, you know, those are steps you gotta take. Randy Woodfield ended up getting convicted, I believe, in 1980, and he caught a life sentence in Oregon. His parents, he has two sisters. His father, he grew up affluently, and his father was a bigwig at Pacific Bell, which is like Bell South, but the West Coast, Northwest Coast version. And he has been married and divorced twice, and he is remarried. When he was let go from the Green Bay Packers, he got a job for Oshkosh Truck while he was playing and practicing with the Manitowoc County Chiefs, which is interesting because in the Green Bay Police Department file, there's mention about Greg Allen also working in the trucking industry, albeit it was as a mover, but I find that connection interesting as well. So I'll put up some screenshots, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know, and like, share, and subscribe. Shalom unto you.